Our first lesson is regarding Jira navigation. So how do you find different items in Jira? How do you find different stories and versions and all that stuff as well? So very first thing, when you go to Jira, you'll notice a couple of things. So ignore what I'm seeing over here. This is the hamburger menu that allows you to transition between different Atlassian products. So Jira, Confluence, I have Bitbucket as well. We're going to go into Jira for now. This is my default dashboard. That's why I come back over here. For all of you, it might be different. Dashboards are over here. So you have a system dashboard that you could work with. You have different projects that you can work with. So Flyaway Hub and any other projects that you might have. These are the groups or projects. Issues, you can have specific issues that you can work with. Boards, so Flyaway Hub is our main board. Generally, we'll be 90% of the time on a board, that's Flyaway Hub. We won't be going into project details or issues. This is for filters, or if you want to find information about something. So for example, let's say issues opened by me or reported by me, or search for issues specific with a keyword or something like that, then you would use this. Otherwise, generally, you'll always be in Flyaway Hub. If you don't see Flyaway Hub, this is my recent board. So you go to View All Boards. It'll bring you to this screen where you can see a list of all the boards, and you can search for a board. And once you click one of them, it'll come into your recent boards, and then it'll always be accessible to you. Once you come to your board, this is where you'll be spending 90% of your time. So this is where you want to be familiar with things. So let's start off with the left side. This is your main navigation pane. So this is the main project Flyaway Hub. That's what this shows over here. In Flyaway Hub, there's multiple boards. So I can create multiple boards for Flyaway Hub. So that means I can create a board, for example, for all the iOS stuff in Flyaway Hub. I can create a board for all the web stuff in Flyaway Hub, and so on and so forth. I can create as many boards as I want. So if I do create multiple boards, they will be available over here. The next part is backlog, right? So this is the backlog that you see over here. This is all the items that we have for in this project that are in this board. So these are all our stories that we have, user stories specifically. The next item is active sprint. So once we get into the concept of running sprints and items we put in a sprint, you'll see them over here. So the way sprint works is you'll see an item, big square over here, that you can move on and drag and drop into there. And you can see progress on different items from different people. So you'll see that once we progress ahead. Releases. So these are all the scheduled releases that we have. So for example, currently we have the MVP. That's going to be our first release. Then we have 1.0, 1.1. And we put a placeholder future release for everything that we think is going to be far out in the future and we haven't made a decision on right now. Reports. These are different reports that help us understand on how a project is progressing. So for example, it might be burn down charts, sprint reports, velocity charts, or it might even project on when we expect this version to be completed, and things like that. So there are some very interesting ones. So for example, a version report we'll use ahead when we start estimating our tasks, and it will show us that we're expecting to release in the next 3 months. We're hoping this version will complete based on the progress that we're doing each day. So that's where it gets very interesting. Then you have all the issues. You can start searching issues here based on filters. So I can put a filter here and find all the issues that are, let's say, reported by me or assigned to me or something like that. And I can do even further filters. If I click this, it'll take me into a whole advanced filter area. Again, these are things for advanced topics. You might not need all of this. We have the component section. Again, you would not need to be, you won't be spending a lot of time on this. You do not have to worry about it. Components are basically, we're going to have 4 components that I'm going to set, which is going to be the front end, the REST API services, quality, and design. Those are 4 different components of the product. And each component will have a lead. So basically what happens is whenever a task with respect to that is created, it'll automatically be assigned to that person. Again, nothing you have to be worried about. Don't worry about this section. All right? So mainly, this is where you're going to spend 99% of your time, backlog. Very important part of the product. So Let's explore this area now in the next section.